Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to the Spark Podcast. I remain your host, Ayo Ifanse, and today I'm joined with my co-host today.
Hi everyone, I'm Christian of House and Baba, first of his name.
You're gonna do that every time, aren't you?
Champion of the underdogs. Yeah, I got
Who
one.
crowned you that?
The underdogs.
Who are the underdogs?
You're not an underdog. If you were, you're
I'm not.
know.
I'm an alpha dog. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like there's a different steez to it over on this
It's
side.
getting spicy already.
Ease and
Hello,
steez. I
hi,
love it.
and today we are joined by.
Hi, Gina. Good to be back.
Are you saying hi to yourself?
Oh, no. Like, hi, I'm Gina.
You said hi, Gina.
Okay. All right, I go.
You should marry someone whose name is Martin.
No, I got
Because
that too
Martin
much
and Gina would be hilarious.
That'll be
I'm pretty sure Martin Lawrence would probably like sponsor y'all's wedding.
that'll be real.
Think
rich.
about it.
No, because I got this a lot when I was in college. I never saw the show Martin. And one day someone's like, go Gina, go Gina. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, you know the show, right? I'm like, huh?
What show?
And they're like, Martin and Gina. I'm like, oh, okay.
You
I
should
guess-
go watch it. It's a great TV show.
Really?
We'll see.
Bro,
Very
man, on the
original.
Fit Flow.
That's right. And I'm Crystal.
All right.
Hi.
I don't have a TV show to reference your. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Miss Crystal.
Miss Crystal.
Miss Crystal.
Crystal back again.
Back again for one time. Do you happen to be a teacher?
I've taught before.
What grades did you teach?
It wasn't a grade. It was for a specialty. So, surgical technology.
Surgery. Oh, are you a
Okay,
surgeon?
ma'am.
I am not a surgeon. I'm a surgical technologist.
Girls in STEM.
Women in STEM.
It's not STEM. It's healthcare.
That's
That's science.
science, I think.
I
That'll
guess,
be,
whatever.
Yeah, that'll be
Okay.
S in STEM. Yeah.
Yeah, so you are in STEM.
Yeah.
It's good to
You
be
didn't
in
know.
STEM.
You didn't even know.
You,
Okay,
see, you
okay.
learn something new every day,
That's
Miss
true.
Crystal. Anyways, how's y'all's day going? How are you guys? How's
I'm
your week's
good,
been?
yeah.
It's only
Pretty
what?
good.
It's Wednesday. It's hump day.
Wednesday, you know.
Well, you're looking beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Did you go to
Gorgeous.
work today? You don't seem like it. You seem
Me?
fresh.
Who?
Her? She looks like she didn't go to work today.
I did not go to work today.
Oh, wonderful. We love that.
Yeah.
And I had 8 shots of espresso today.
I thought you was about to say
8
something
shots
else.
of
I was about to say-
espresso is wow.
I
That's
need you to know where we
Do
are,
you drink
man.
that much espresso every day?
No, not every day. But
8
today
shots
I
is
needed it.
egregious.
I had quite a busy day today.
On an off day?
Wow.
yeah. I was about to ask
Yes.
how many shots would you take
On a
say,
work
on
day?
a work day?
On
on
a
average,
work day,
on
I'm
average.
too busy to stop to even
Grab the coffee.
grab the coffee. Yes. So today I indulged myself.
So
Are you a
whenever you
matcha
have free
girly?
time,
Not really, no.
You're not a matcha.
Yeah,
Are you a
me
matcha?
neither.
No? Okay, well, interesting.
oh, like the green thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Are you a matcha person?
no. I accidentally, if Cherish, if you're watching, I'm not like accepting responsibility, but we both accidentally bumped into each other, and then as someone's matcha spilled,
Oh.
so so I was supposed to, be the good person and
Get
Hey.
one.
Replace it.
get a replacement. So finally got a replacement. Brought it. I bumped into her at church. So we brought it to church, and then someone said, "Oh, she's not here this Sunday." So I didn't wait. I didn't drank it because I didn't want it to go to waste. And then she came back later. But
That
the point
same
is,
day?
yes.
That's crazy.
But the point is, I finally had matcha, and I actually like it.
It's
So,
not bad.
Yeah, it's
when you
it's
mix it with the right stuff.
Yeah.
with. I don't know any. I just know it's the green thing, and it's lovely.
It's lovely.
But I still owe her a drink.
do better. Do it this Sunday.
I'll try again this Sunday. We'll see.
I'll
All
be
right.
watching.
Watching, okay.
Are you? That's weird. Why are you watching him?
Watching
To
my
make sure he
watching
actually
my matcha.
gives her the drink, you know?
I'm sure Christian's good for it. I hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, but today we are going to be talking about money in relationships, money in general, good, bad, evil. And we're also going to be talking about friendship and romance. So get ready to tell your own juicy stories. But first off, how much of a factor is money in your relationships? Do they have to have a bankroll or we'll make it work? Be honest. Bankroll for me. I like to live comfortably.
I do like to live comfortably. I think Fega would say she would like to
Shout
make
out
it
to
work
Fega.
with the
Faye,
bankroll.
baby.
Yeah.
You said what?
Fega would definitely say she would make it work with the bankroll.
Same. I feel it. I
Yeah,
feel it. I feel it.
who would not be able to make it work?
I'll make
like,
it more than work
low-key?
with that. I'll make it more than work.
I mean, I like a little something, something. You know.
Talk, hey, be honest. Because I feel like the thing is, what I don't want us to do is talk about these things. Because at the end of the day, like, you need money to make a relationship work.
Yeah.
And,
Definitely.
you know, some people have, I know, like, there's an older couple that I once heard that they said that when they got married, they were both working and whatnot, but they only lived off of one person's salary, right? Which means you then have to adjust how you were once living and whatnot. Now it's like, okay, we may not be able to do as much because now, okay, we're actively saving for kids, we're actively saving for, you know, to buy a house or something like that. And now, cool, if we're married now, we'll live off of my salary and save yours so that for a greater purpose down the line. And some people may not like that. Some people are like, well, no, let's use both and live our best lives. So how do y'all feel?
I think that's a great system if that one person's salary is livable off of comfortably.
What's a
And
comfortable salary to live off of? I guess that begs the question.
I think
Because you'd be surprised if you actually put down and I think the lower the salary, the more strict you have to be,
Yeah.
for sure. But what is y'all's take?
I'd say, well, to enter the comfortable salary to live off of, I'd say in this day and age, if you're making 70 a year,
Mm-hmm.
you can live a comfortable life.
Two or one person?
One person.
Mm.
Now, two people, I think if both people or both persons,
Parties.
are making 70K each, then you could say half of one person's salary can go into savings and then the other half could complement. And then you have like what
105.
exactly living comfortably.
For me, I feel that I already live comfortable off of my one
Mm.
income. So anything in addition to that would be great. Ideally, I would like someone to match my income swag, I guess.
Match my fly.
You know what I'm saying? And then also, ideally, I would like to not have to go as hard as a woman and kind of rely more on my husband's income. So I can.
Is there
kinda-
any specific reason why?
I feel that I would like to be more present as a wife and as a mom within the home, and I feel like how I work and how I hustle now, my God, like I'm very busy, so I don't have as much to invest. And once that time comes in my life, I would definitely like to invest more of my time and energy into that instead.
Oh, for me, I don't think I don't think it bothers me who makes more or you know, like if she's making more, like it's coming to the family purse, like, right? So I like to spoil or pamper
Okay.
so I would like to have
You're doing so well.
a lot of I like to have the money, but again, if it's from the family purse, I can still do that. So I would prefer to shower her with all the things that she wants to, because some ladies don't like that. It's
What,
whoever came
name
up,
a lady who doesn't like to be
Not me.
pampered.
yeah, but also to not go too far, because I hate the word love bomb, but I understand the thing behind it. But I don't think it accounts for people who have very expressive, grand ideas, high energy, like, they
I think it's not considered bombing as long as you're able to sustain it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just, for the first 3 months, you do all of these things and then at the
then you
end of the
switch.
day is like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Because
And
for a long time I was not happy with whoever came up with the word love bombing. I was like, I don't know, this you didn't have high energy, I can tell. So, but I was like I hope they get sent off to war to the front lines. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Brother, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Prior to her saying, so now I have no hate for them, right? But before, she said this, whoever invented that word, they'll get sent off to like the front lines. They'll be writing a love letter, and then a bomb drops on them.
We're gonna pray for him
David
by the
and-
time this episode is over. Yeah,
But now, since you said, as long as you don't switch, it's not love bombing. I can stand behind that.
Okay.
But
I do have a
then-
question though.
okay.
When you said that it doesn't matter who's bringing, if she's bringing more, would you not feel emasculated?
The feeling emasculated would be her. It would be like her just making more. This wouldn't be emasculating. But if she needs to remind me who makes more, or she, it's like, hey, I would like to get this new power tool or whatever, right? And she's like, oh no, we have to, talk about it, blah blah blah. But then she wants a Louis Vuitton, and we don't discuss it, and all of a sudden, and it's coming from her money. I mean, our money, but since she was making the majority of it, I don't think it would be emasculating. It would be just because she's making more, but how she treats me because she's making more would be the emasculating thing. But yeah, it's coming from a family purse. It's for the family. So yes, please, auntie, make more.
So I'm of the opinion that if a woman is making more than me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't do it because she won't, she won't look at me as a man and whatnot. Because I feel like there's a lot of guys who have that fear.
There are a lot of guys, especially
And I'm just
immigrants.
like-
yeah.
I really, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I really do feel like as long as a woman like respects you, even if she makes more than you, it will never be a point of contention in y'all's household because she, at the end of the day, she rocks like I don't know what the words like. If she respects you,
Yeah.
that will never be a problem.
Yep.
Like it will never ever. And I think it's if a guy is also not secure in who he is, you will start to feel some type of way.
He's gonna start causing drama.
You will start to
Yeah.
do
Like,
things that are not within your
Lane.
Your wheelhouse. You will start to do things specifically for the reason of, oh, let me show this person that I'm
still the man of the
I'm
house.
still the man of the house.
Yep.
I'm just like, brother, how you lead is more important than how much you bring home and whatnot. Because you could bring the bankroll home, but you're an absentee father. You're an
Yes.
absentee husband. Work, the thing that's bringing in the money is what's taking you away from your family. So you see what I'm saying? Where I'm like, I don't necessarily think, okay, if I'm making so much money, but I don't have peace in my own household because I'm not there. I'm always working. I'm always doing something. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not saying, oh, don't hustle, don't grind, don't get your bread. For sure, do that. The more money you have, technically, the nicer of a life you can live, right? At least that's what they be saying.
Yeah.
But don't let it seem as if, oh, I make so much, so she automatically respects me. That couldn't be further from the truth.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all necessarily agree or disagree, but that's my hot take.
I mean, I agree. And just like listening to you guys talk about that, it reminded me of a couple that I know. And she's a doctor and he's an artist. So like
She's
painting
gonna be out
artist.
earning him.
And they have like a he's not a newborn, but he's probably like 3 months old. They have a baby.
Might as well be a newborn.
And so, and I watch them and the way, sometimes I'll babysit for them if they want date night or stuff. And I watch the way that they run their household. She goes out to work whenever she's on call or on a shift. And he stays at home with the baby. And he's like, not nursing, but like, taking care of the baby, up at night, feeding the baby with
He's a
the
stay-at-home
bottles.
dad.
Basically,
Yeah.
he is a stay-at-home dad. But whenever he works, he has to sell his art. And he still makes that money and it comes into the family. And sometimes one artwork that he sells is more than she makes as a doctor. You know? So it's like he's not consistent in the income that's coming in,
I see.
but it's coming in one way or another. And so I feel like there's some women that might have an issue with that, but he's still at home being a present father, being a present husband. Whenever she comes home from work, he's there rubbing her feet. How was work? It can be stressful as a doctor, sometimes. But also, she's not like oh, I have my husband waiting at home for me. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to go home, take care of the baby. When she's off, she comes home, she sits, they talk, she carries her baby, she holds the baby, does what a mother should do, checks in on the husband, and they still are able to have date night. So I feel like it depends on the people and, how they communicate with each other, one, and then just, yeah, communicate basically, and then talk ahead of time to plan for that. But
Yeah, I heard this thing that said, I think it's 70K or 72K, but once you make anything above that, like the amount that you make above, it doesn't change, like doesn't make you any happier or something like that. So essentially, I don't know if the amount is 70 or 72, but at 69K or whatever, 68 or 60, you're trying to get, like your happiness level is not where you want it to be. But then once it touches 70K, any more than that, whether triple or, times 10, it won't make you any happier. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Because I'm like 70K versus 70 mil a year.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, that's what I think. But a lot of those things are lifestyle. There's a word for it. It's like where the more you make, the more your lifestyle tends to want to go up. But a lot of it is unnecessary. Like you just take care of your
You know
basics.
what they say? More money, more
More,
problems.
yes,
You got more bills to pay,
more
Yep.
responsibility.
more responsibilities.
more
But,
more people to pay off, etc.
I can hire people. But so you bring up an interesting point. So then how do you manage the expectation of, people always say like live below your means. Like, so how do y'all feel about that? Is okay, well, if I'm making a certain amount, I don't necessarily have to do, I can live however I want to. Like, what's y'all's take on, because maintaining a relationship just in the dating phase takes bread.
Yeah.
You're not even
Yep.
talking about marriage for real.
Yep.
So then now how do you manage that? Because okay, I need to buy, it sounds superficial, but I will have to buy my significant other things at times. For guys, we're paying for almost every dinner date. So like most outings will come from us.
Yeah.
So it's like
First
okay.
date for sure.
So what?
First date for sure.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. What do you think of 50-50? I would like to ask that, later.
We'll get to
later.
that.
Gotcha.
But so how do you manage the expectation of living above my means, living below my means type of thing?
I love living below my means. I mean, me being a single woman and also a single mother, I have so many responsibilities that I need to make sure I'm taken care of on the back end before I even decide that I want to splurge on something. And with the way that things are going, you just never know when it may be your season of humbling.
Yeah.
So to live below your means, I think isn't important. And then once my person comes along and they're able to shower me with nice things, it would make me be a little bit more appreciative of that, right? Because I have been living below my means. And, having a savings is nice as well. So I think that accounts for it as well.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Dang. I don't know. Do I live below my means right now? I'd say,
Or do you spend? You just like spend.
I'm the kind of person I spend if I have, and sometimes I'll think of the future and say, okay, let me put this in savings. So I definitely do want someone who's more of a saver as my partner
Me too.
to kind of create that balance. So yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying about living below your means and then, be more appreciative when that person comes. But yeah, that's not me right now.
Now we can talk about 50-50.
Uh,
What's
Oh.
your leading point on why 50-50? Why not 50-50?
I like to again spoiled up, so I wouldn't even want her even thinking like leave your wallet at home. Well, maybe bring your ID. Sometimes people get ID like, hey, can I see your ID or whatever. But yeah, I don't agree with it. But that's just me because I want to be the one to be doing that.
Do you feel like
If she out earns me, like like a doctor. and
no,
I'm
not even
a
about
teacher or
out
something like that.
earning, but like she's someone that comes from a background where she does that? Do you think there'll be a tussle for who can outdo who?
No. If she has the background, if that's her background, that seems like a fight that's an avoidable fight. So I'll be like, hey, okay, cool, just but then again, I would actually like it to where okay, so certain experiences cost certain amounts, if that makes sense. So we can also maybe look into that. Okay, maybe I can cover the morning, afternoon stuff. You cover the evening one, or vice versa. You cover breakfast. I cover lunch, dinner, or like that kind of stuff.
You
But,
know, a
yeah.
lot of men really have a hard time of like, I guess, asking for help in those areas where it's like, okay, if it's something where like, obviously in a perfect world, he'd be able to cover everything and she fills in where she can, right? But some days he ain't got it. But you guys still want to do a certain thing, but I don't know, like sometimes they feel like less of a man or like something like that where it's like, oh, she has to cover something because he doesn't have it. But like, how would y'all address a situation like that? Where it's like y'all still want to do something, but he doesn't have it.
I think that's when like it comes down to the woman and her personality and the type of person that she is. Left to me, he gives and gives like first 3 dates. I would want to give back like maybe on the fourth day and say, okay, the first 3 dates you've taken me out. This is me being appreciative of you, especially if we're trying to grow in a relationship, and then give back, right? Like there was this guy I dated once, and it wasn't until like maybe even the third month, like I was like, okay, we've been going out, on
Third
days.
month? How many dates have happened?
19,
Jeez. You said 3, now you saying
No,
maybe the
but-
fourth.
Okay, it took me a while. It took a while for me to actually like you be like, oh wait, actually, I need to also give back in this relationship, or And so it didn't take. It took until the third month for me to be like, well, okay, he's been doing all of this for me. Let me treat him. So spa day, pedicure, manicure, brunch, and some other stuff.
clock the T, clock the T.
I agree with Gina. I love reciprocity. So, I also give like really great gifts. So I like to do stuff like that. As far as 50-50 goes,
She not for it, y'all. She said it's a no-go for me.
what I will say is that I did go out with a guy and I found it so extremely attractive. He said, "What did you bring your purse for?" Like legit. I was
My
like,
kind of guy.
oh my. So I really did like that. And as far as if I wanted to do something and the guy wasn't able to cover it, I feel like that's something that we can communicate. And if I want to do it, like we're doing it, period. So I don't mind like covering that.
I think more guys should be. I'm not saying like, oh, make it norm per se, but I think what should be the norm is being okay when you're like asking for help in that situation, right? Or really situations in general, not just like when it comes to finances.
Men don't.
Men suck at asking for help.
Men suffer silently. If
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that
That
phrase.
the number one. Well, I guess men are the leaders in I think in suicide.
There's a
within
lot
the-
of those
Yeah.
stats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's sad, but a
Sad,
lot of it
very.
is because they don't feel like they can ask for help, or if they do, society then looks at them. What I think when it comes to a relationship, I think most of the splits that I've seen have been anywhere from like 80-20 to like 60-40. Right?
The majority being towards the guy.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
most times, more times than not, it'll be towards the guy. But I'm saying like, I feel like that healthy balance. I feel like I'm in that like 60-40, 70-30 because one thing that a lot of my guy friends have told me is that sometimes, yes, it's great to be in a relationship, but sometimes it's hard to feel appreciated while being in said relationship because you have so much that you have to do. Then it's like, dang, like, is it that this person is just you? Like, I'm good at treating the person well, so is that all they're here for? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess a question to go off of that is, how do you like to be appreciated in your relationships, and then how do you appreciate your significant other?
We'll start with how I like to. I mean, So I have this acronym LAP, LAP, love, appreciate, pamper. Like, for towards you. So you love her, love her. Even if you said I love you yesterday, last week, last month, that means nothing today. It's a new day. Say it again as the guy. Just because you said it last week, she knows you love her. Yeah, still say it. You're the guy. Show your love. Show
I
it.
think that one goes both ways, but
Yes. Appreciate. Like if she's going through something, like let her know in her own way, because just because you do it and it seems like you're doing does not mean that it's translating that way for her. So you got to know how her communication style is, how she's going to perceive it. And then you have to show her that, hey, you're enough. I love you regardless, whether, it's good times, bad times, whether she's had the best day, the worst day, still, tell her that you appreciate it. And then pamper, like spoiler. I don't know what it is now. It's like men or younger guys, not you, but like younger guys, a lot of them under 30, they're like scared to spoil the lady. They're scared to like go the extra mile. Yes, she's not your wife yet, but again, just
I
go
guess now
yeah.
the question is what warrants spoiling, right? Like, what is it? You just spoiling her because of spoiling's sake, or is it like you've seen, like you feel like this person is worth what you're doing? So
Yeah,
I guess what gives you like the okay, I don't feel like it's a waste if I do this.
Right. Yeah. So it'll probably be like like if we've spoken right and our values starting to align, then I'll be like, okay, this is something that I can keep going. If I can see myself, first date, right? I can see date number 3 just off of convo. I'm like, okay, second date will probably be good. Third date, I can see that happening. Okay, let me start doing things. Maybe on the third date, maybe start spoiling a little more than first date. First date spoiling is, I don't know. It's tricky because it can if that's not something I plan on doing till
Kingdom come.
pretty much, then I might cut down. That might be specialty thing like Valentine's Day, birthday, her birthday. So certain. So it depends on how far we're going and how much like I can see the roadmap, if that makes sense, just off of just the two of us.
So is that a response to how they are, or is that more of a tactic of keeping them around?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it from that point of view, but it's not to try to keep them around, it's just how I am, but that can seem that way. So, I would not want to do something that I naturally do, but then she thinks it's just a way for me to keep her around. I wouldn't want that. So, yeah, probably conversations, like, hey, just so you know, some of these things they're doing. It's not love bombing. It's not love bombing. But
what I also, not to interrupt you, but what I also thought about is understanding or asking your partner their love language. You can use that to show them how much you appreciate them.
Yeah.
And then, like Christian said here, how your partner receives love versus how you show love may look differently. So just, having that conversation like, hey, what is your love language? Do you like words of affirmation that may look like, babe, I appreciate you so much. I see what you're doing. I value you as a man. I respect you. If it's physical touch, ladies, show your man that you appreciate him with physical touch. And
why are you nodding your head so much?
He's like, I agree with
No,
that.
no, because physical touch is high. It's high up on the list for a lot of guys.
yeah, it is.
It's
I think it is number
it's
one.
number one for me for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
all right now.
it's but there's some ladies that it's like last on the list for yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah. Well,
But sorry, you were saying something,
Yeah, that's all.
Gina. Your take.
I mean, I feel like if it's your personality showing that love and appreciation, she'll see that that's just the person that you are, and she won't see it as him doing this to keep me.
right.
Or
Yeah.
she won't see it as I won't see it as you doing that to keep me. I'll just see it as that's his personality. That's the type of person that he is. He likes to, and she won't see it by just you showing it to her. She'll see it in the way that you show the people around you. So I feel like if that's the type of person that you are, kudos to you, continue doing it. If you're not that type of person,
Don't fake it.
exactly,
Don't,
because
don't fake it.
you won't be able to keep it up. And then it'll just be like, oh, you're just doing it to keep her. And then after a couple of months, when you're not able to keep it up, she's going to be like, oh,
It
where's
was like a manipulation tactic.
there you
Yeah.
go.
But then what if one isn't able to keep it up because a situation may have changed?
Yeah, like
That's
no
different.
work.
Yeah,
for
that's
example.
different.
Okay.
You know, and I think she'll be able to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also communicate that with her and be like, hey, circumstances have changed, situations have changed. I'm not able to do this right now, but hopefully in the future I can continue to do what I did. But also show it. There are multiple different ways that you can show love and appreciation to a woman. It doesn't require you to break the bank or, you know, love
Like we were
notes.
saying- yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say just like,
Like,
the
creative and-
the
Text
love
messages,
languages or
yeah.
something like that. If her love language is quality time, and you over here spending thousands of dollars on gifts, and gifts is at the bottom of her list, she's not really receiving it how you are giving it out. So it's kind of, you know, just
Yeah.
learning your person.
And quality time, like you don't necessarily have to go like to a restaurant to spend quality time with her. I think last time I said it, Thursdays is free museum days here in Houston. You can literally go to the museum and learn something new, and they have like multiple different exhibits. You're spending time together. Discovery Green is there. Post, you have to pay like maybe $5 for parking, but you don't have to get food there. You can just go and walk around. You know,
Yeah.
that's quality time.
I like walks actually.
Exactly. Acts of service. Huh, we need volunteers at church. Come serve
Wow,
at church. So,
nice,
Shameless
nice.
plug, shameless plug.
acts of service. You know, if it's physical touch, go dancing. You know, I'm sure there are free dance classes in
Salsa.
Houston.
No, that's yes, no
There you go.
salsa.
I've never actually thought of that.
It's yeah, salsa, merengue, bachata. This
Can you
guys,
salsa?
it's yeah. I've taken a. Well, I've been to.
Say what you were gonna say. Say what you were gonna say.
No, I've been to a couple salsa places. They're
With the same
pretty.
person?
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I'm being messy.
Not with the same person,
Hey, yeah.
but they are wonderful. I mean, you know, there are a lot of those things, and it wasn't that expensive actually. We just had to dress up. I think it might have been $5 or maybe it was even free. Eventbrite. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite is a great place because
Awesome.
you see like different like events going on in Houston that
Yep.
are actually free.
Yep.
What was it? I think
That's one thing I've never done is searched up. I usually only go to Eventbrite because like someone sent me a link for something that's
To
happening.
register.
To register or to get a ticket. I've never
Yeah.
actually gone, oh, let me just see what Eventbrite has going on.
No,
No.
one
Which
of
is actually an interesting
my
take.
ex, she was like she liked things happening. So I learned that pretty early on. To you know, hey, what's happening this weekend? What's happening during the week? We're gonna be staying in, but you know, I've already planned all the movies, the cooking. I almost burned my apartment down one time trying to be romantic. Those are little candles that are really, really short. I spelled out a heart, but it was like super short.
Oh,
That is cute.
Christian. So cute.
Mr. Romantic.
He's a lover boy.
But then the candle, it should have stopped whenever the flame
The
went
wax,
down. But it
yeah.
burned into the thing and then like went into the
carpet?
all of a sudden I'm hearing tin tin. We're in the balcony. I'm hearing tin tin. I'm like, what's going on?
What are you doing on the balcony?
With the view.
Guys.
the
guys,
view. It
guys.
was. I have a wonderful balcony.
Okay.
Anyways,
But yeah, salsa is great. Yeah, I believe it was free. And Eventbrite, you can see a lot of things. Comedy, you know, like a little comedy stuff where y'all are there in the same place laughing, and the comedians. Some
like
of them,
stand-up shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
some of them are like really, really funny, but they're not like famous or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're very good.
There's a site, I think it's like fun things to do in Houston. They also have like a lot of free things to do around Houston. Miller Outdoor Theaters, if you want to see a
Yes.
free movie, but not, you
They have
know,
a lot of
go
shows
to
there,
a
too.
movie theater. But yeah. So.
One thing that my girlfriend introduced me to was a rooftop movie.
Ooh.
In
I've
like
actually never been.
I need to write-
downtown.
either.
I need to write that down.
It's actually really cool. Rooftop. It's a rooftop movie. I forgot what it was called, but it's like downtown. There's like a Whole Foods. Like it's on the top
Is it Rooftop Cinema?
Yes. Yeah, Rooftop Cinema. It was really, really cool. Like it's a different type of movie experience. Like you're outside, obviously. You're in like little like lawn chairs, and like they give you a blanket. They'll give you like some hot chocolate. We went like
That's
last
so cute.
last Christmas.
Blanket.
It was really cool.
Intimate.
But one thing I didn't necessarily like about it was you had headphones on, so you can't really like make jokes and stuff like that during the movie.
I would not enjoy that. I like to talk. So,
Like my favorite movie theater to go to here in Houston is iPic. iPic is creme de la creme. It's up there
Yes.
because you get a blanket, you're in a little like seat together. Like, you know, being at AMC or Cinemark is great. Love y'all, but it's not the same movie experience.
yeah, I think IPIC is more intimate.
it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very
to
a
write
lot
that
more
down.
intimate.
I would like to add, we're talking about love languages and all of these things and, you know, getting close and intimate and all of that stuff, or physical touch. I want to state that it is levels to that.
For sure.
Right? So on the last episode, I expressed that, you know, physical touch was my second love language that I enjoyed the most. If we have not been dating for that long, if it's only been 1 or 2 dates, 2 weeks in, like, please, please don't touch me. And I feel like that has been a problem with guys. They just too lustful, too touchy-feely, way too soon. Guys, relax.
So I guess what is like a good gauge? Like what is okay? Like if we've maybe gone on. I mean, it's gonna sound very elementary, right? But when is it okay to hold your hand? When is it okay to give you a hug? What you know, like because if you say it's too too touchy feely too fast, it's like okay, you know what I'm saying? Like where does it like okay? Like now I feel comfortable if. At what stage, I guess?
I think there's a difference between like holding hands versus hi. You know?
What does that mean?
Physical touch. Like, you know, on a if you go on a third date and both of you are really, you know,
I was gonna say third date too.
yeah, you
I
can
think
hold
third
hands.
date is
You know?
good for holding hands.
Brother, not brother and sister.
Brother, sister.
Wow.
Wow.
I was trying to say like
Very
brother and
incestual
sister in the
quickly.
church aspect, like a guy and a girl at church can hug each other, like give the brother sister hug, right?
Oh, the Christian hug?
The
or-
Christian hug,
church
there you
hug,
go,
yeah.
church
Do you have a hug
you know?
named after you?
Wow.
Wow. I don't have a hug named after me, but that'd be great.
I think like that's acceptable on a first date,
Yes.
right?
Where there's still room for Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Keep room for Jesus.
Absolutely.
And then when it starts getting to, you know, 5th, 6th dates, then, you know, maybe 2 arms kind of start coming in.
Wait,
Into
sorry.
the-
2 arms from the lady to the, or like
Both.
the
Both.
Okay,
You know,
okay,
like
okay,
the warm embrace kind of.
warm embrace.
Yeah.
Is your hand gonna be up at his or like?
It
how-
depends
Depends if he's taller.
if it's
If he's higher, not lower.
Higher, lower. Yes.
yeah, if he's higher, then sure, up.
Awesome.
If it's
Okay.
if he's my height, then still
Around the
higher, I
back or
guess.
whatever, yeah.
Interesting.
I think that's a good time frame. Yeah.
Y'all like being carried or no? Like ladies.
Wow.
Ladies. No, I know. Hey, listen, it's the same, physical
Carry?
touch. Being carried. Do you like being carried? Could be piggyback ride. It could be,
I
carrying you
prefer
like
piggyback.
Yeah,
piggyback. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what point in the date sequence, like not first date, that would be probably.
I
moving
mean,
up
possibly
quickly.
on my first date, if my heels are too high and we're walking too long somewhere, like you could say, "Hey, do would you want to ride my back or something like that?" I'm like, okay, whatever.
Wouldn't want
But
you
as
bare
long as-
feet. Yes. Absolutely would
Right.
not. Because some ladies take off their shoes and they'll just walk. I'm like, hey, what
As
are
long
you
as
doing?
it's done with decency, I think everything.
Yeah.
As long as it's done with decency.
Not like done thirsty, like, hey, get on my back.
Hey, yo. Hey, what's wrong with this guy, man?
Nope.
That's creepy more than anything.
Yeah, I said as long as it's not done that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as it's not
Yeah,
done that
no.
way.
Hey, you hear and you see things and you're like, oh God, why? That's how you want to go about that,
Yeah, I'm
guy?
probably not going to answer your call.
Nah, I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
insane. To
Yeah,
me.
no, that's wild.
So I guess for the general sense, give it time. Like you'll
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
when someone's comfortable, because I mean sometimes I don't believe in the whole asking thing. Like, hey,
Do you mind if I hold your hand?
Yeah, no.
Sometimes it's just organic.
like how does
Yeah.
that make y'all feel?
I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's repulsive.
But like, if you want to hold my hand, even on the first date, like,
Hold it, grab. Oh, wait.
Oh.
go for it.
Grab,
Not
dang.
grab.
Okay, yeah.
But you know,
okay.
just go for it, right? And then it's up to me to be like, oh, I'm not comfortable at this point. Or, you know, if I'm comfortable and I like you enough, I hold you back and, you know, we're in a walk.
Awesome.
I have a friend, I'm so sorry.
go ahead, Gina.
I have a friend who went on a date with this one guy. And she said they were trying to cross the street. And he held her hand. And she didn't realize when she smacked the...
Oh, like reflex. Dang.
She smacked his hand so hard. He was like, dang, girl, what'd I do? When she
Just-
told me,
Wow.
I said, oh my goodness, were you just not attracted to him that you smacked his hands? Like,
That's
Swipe or no
crazy.
he's
swiping.
trying to guide you across the street. You smacked the man's hand. I was like,
Dang.
But
I feel like asking just ruins the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as a guy, your internal gauge has to keep going of like, how comfortable is this person with me? Like, to me, like, it'll be like, depends on what the activity is or anything like that, but like helping the person up, like, or if they're getting out of a car or like, you know, things
Right,
like
yeah.
that, like, cool. But if we're like crossing the street or if we're just walking down the street, like, I'll naturally just put my hand out. If you grab it, you grab it. If you don't,
Makes
cool.
sense, yeah.
But I think that's easier to chest and digest if the
like that.
person
Chest and digest.
if the person doesn't grab my hand, then me asking, hey,
yeah.
do you mind if I hold your hand?
Yeesh.
Like, bro, we're not in seventh
Yeah.
grade anymore. Like, I feel like you have to, and I also think like going in with confidence as a guy, girls can tell.
Yeah.
Goes really far.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be able to tell, like, oh, okay, like he's secure in who he is. Like, he doesn't need me to like tell him or to grab. I think another thing, ladies, guys also like it when you like grab onto them. Like the whole little arm grab thing or you grabbing their hand, it makes them feel like you feel safe with them. I'll just put y'all on a game.
And I was gonna say,
It's free
like,
game, by the way.
most women, when they're comfortable enough with you, like especially on like a first date or second date, they tend to gravitate closer to you, like
Yeah.
body language wise. So that should give you like a sign that, okay, she feels comfortable enough for me to hold her hand or try to like, you know,
Hand on the waist.
yeah, while we're walking or like
Right
hand
now.
on the
While
shoulder.
we're walking. Yeah, yeah.
On the shoulder or something while we're walking. But I feel like we women just naturally give up those signs. If we're not attracted to you, the same space we have right here.
Dang.
Wow.
And
Might even
also,
increase.
I think it's important to get, like, how long have you guys been chatting and getting close to each other and figuring each other out before the first date? Like, you know, if I just met you on a dating app today and you want to hang out this weekend, like, don't be doing too much. But if we've been chatting over the phone and, you know, learning each other, let's say, you know, maybe a month or so before our first date, you know, yes, of course, go in for the holding of the hands, maybe even a kiss on the cheek or something like that.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know
Wait,
about
wait,
that,
wait,
but-
wait. I like that.
That's quite.
No, it's culture.
quite
Some cultures.
risque.
Some
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know
cultures. Some
about that,
cultures.
but,
You know,
yeah.
some cultures. That's
Are we
the thing.
French?
Oui, oui.
Hey, man, someone get this guy, bro. Someone get this guy.
Ooh la la.
Okay, so I like where this the natural course of where this is going. So now you said take time. So now I guess being that when relationships and stuff like that originate in the church, people find it harder to like break the shell, break the
God.
ice. It makes things 10 times more awkward and whatnot. And I want to break the stereotype of like you can't be like yourself when you're dating or talking to someone who who was in the same church as you, or something like that, because it's like, oh, I've only ever seen this person as my sister in Christ, or as my, but like that's a personal problem. No one told you to see them that way.
Yeah.
Secondly, is also like, how do you expect things to work if that's where you say that you want to find your person here, but yet you're acting
Unwilling, yeah.
You're doing like this. It's like you have to be able to like, one, change how you see people in a certain sense, but also be free. Because like, oh my gosh, like Brother Joseph tried to kiss Brother Mary. That's just that Mary. Wow, Brother Mary is crazy. Like, and it's just like, oh my gosh, he tried to do what? He's such a lustful individual, but it's like, no, that's actually a natural
It was
part
on the
of.
cheek. It was not like,
Well,
No. Okay. All right.
but how do y'all like? How do you navigate that? Because a lot of people are like, oh, in the previous episode, it was like, oh, dating in church is weird because if it doesn't go well, then how do you navigate that, and all these other things. But I'm just like, you miss every shot you don't take. That's how I go about it.
I don't know. I feel like dating in church should be like, church should be the best place for you to find to date and to find your person. I know like there's some people who are opposed to it because they're like, oh well, if it doesn't work out, how am I supposed to face that person in church? But then that's where it starts off as you're in church, you see this person every Sunday. If you go to church every Sunday, you see this person in church, and you start to grow a friendship, or a friendship, and then that friendship builds into something that's more romantic or sustainable or long term, right? So when you build that friendship, I feel like friends are themselves around each other. So that's when that natural personality starts to come out. So I mean, you can you can say something else if I'm wrong, but I feel like if you say you're friends with this person, then you just showcase your natural personality, and they see if it's good or bad, or if they're like, I don't know, I just want to keep it as friends, and then you guys can go from there. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, the dating in church, how I see it is you don't have to worry so much if y'all end things on a good note. A lot of the times, if it's not ended on a good note, someone's gonna feel some type of way. Someone wanna leave the church. Right.
It doesn't have to come to that.
Right.
Huh?
I say it doesn't have to come to that.
It never. Again, if someone ends things, or if things just didn't work out, end things as friends, or at least, well, some people can't be friends, and I understand that, right? So they don't want to even see them. But if you end things on a good note, it shouldn't be awkward. It shouldn't. But I've only had 2 girlfriends my whole life, and both were in church.
Amen.
Do you still talk to them?
I still, yeah, you wouldn't tell that we dated, but yeah, I'm still friendly with everyone, pretty much. So, no, I didn't mean like that. No. I'm friendly with
You don't
everybody.
gotta defend yourself here, brother. You do you.
Everybody. So even my exes would not I don't believe that they'd hate me, or yeah. So
Would you be invited to their weddings?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think that's a very good question. I think for one, yes, but maybe both. I don't know. If it's at the same church, I mean, I'll be there. Security.
I'll secure the premises.
Yeah, but I think one of them would invite me. As for the other one, she might want only people who are gonna be there that will contribute to her marriage. She really cared about we went hall shopping, just for halls are expensive, but but she really cared about who is gonna be there. So I don't think I'll get an invite because I wouldn't be
An
like,
active contributor to her
to
marriage.
to their marriage, to whoever she marries. So I'll be shocked if I got an invite. I'd go and turn up, but I don't think
I'm sorry. What do you say active contributor to the marriage? What do you mean?
like someone that they look up and they know that person. Because I asked her the same thing. She said if she looked like sitting up on the I guess the throne chair where the bride and the groom sit at.
The high
and she
table.
looks, yeah, the high table. And she looks at anyone in the audience. Everyone there should be someone that if she's going through something, she can call them and be like, hey, I'm going through something, help. As opposed to just there for jollof, just to get food or just
The
to
wedding
just
crashers.
because it's a wedding or just because hey we happen to serve in the same department. I was like, you're not gonna invite people from your department. She's like, well, unless you're gonna contribute. I'm like, okay, I get
I
it.
feel
think
that
get
though.
it.
I feel like
Yeah,
your
but
wedding day is one day where you can be ultra selfish, like, and no one can question it.
Yeah, I just invite all of Houston. I'd be like, hey, come turn up. It's a day of celebration for me, for her. Come on in.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's a hall big enough for that.
Herman Park.
Oh,
There you
low
go.
key, low key.
It has
yeah.
to be outside
Um,
at
yeah,
that point.
do an
Y'all
outdoor
gonna be
wedding.
sweating.
No, it probably won't be out in the summer. Right now, it's like probably 102 degrees outside. It's
terribly
it's
hot.
insane.
Understand.
So, yeah. Again, depending on her because she has a lot of save. She goes, no, I only want like 30 people at the wedding. Small thing. I'm not gonna defy that boundary or cross that. Yeah.
So what do y'all think about? Because you brought up something where it was like that person then becomes a friend. How do you date your friends? How do you date? Like, how do you go from friendship to now this is like your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or your person of interest? Because a lot of people, it's like, okay, dang, it's already awkward enough. You guys go to the same church, right? So let's leave the church. Let's say you guys are friends and you've been friends for some time. And you're like, dang, like I actually really do like being around this person a little bit more than, I would my regular friends and X, Y, and Z. How do you make that transition? Because that can also be really, really awkward. How do you become friends with the intention of like, okay, I do genuinely want to be this person's friend, but I'm not here solely for friendship. Because it can be a very blurred line if you're not careful. You can end up wasting your time trying to become this person's friend just for it not to go the way you want it to.
Who wants to take this?
What's tea, man?
I think I've experienced this before.
Okay.
Same.
You tried or they tried?
Both
Oh,
actually. Separate people, of course.
Mhm.
In both instances, or in the instance where I was interested in becoming something more than friends, it was a very hard balance of trying to guard my emotions and guard my heart in a platonic way, knowing that I saw this person's fruits and I was extremely drawn to them in that way. And then when I expressed that, they were like, I just really honestly just, want to honor our friendship and nothing more. And I just had to eat that up and respect it, at the end of the day. And then on the other hand, I had someone who was really pursuing me outside of a friendship or wanted to pursue things more than a friendship. And I didn't see them in that way. And I
You
wasn't.
guys were already friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I wasn't drawn to them like that. I love them as a friend and I saw their
Yeah.
fruits as a friend, but to see them to step into a husband role and something more seriously, I think because I knew so much about them and
Familiarity.
oh my God, they confided in me about some stuff as a friend. I'm like, I know your, not your flaws, but I kind of know you in a way, and I know that I don't want that for myself. So I had to decline that.
Wait, hold on. Let me jump on that. So imagine if you said knowing him. What if you had married someone and then you married the person and then you get to know the same things that you, I guess, confide in you knew. Would you lose? Like you're married to this person, but now you know like who they are more than single. Like could that be the same thing where, y'all were friends, he confiding some stuff, and then you're like, I don't know if this is what I want. Versus if you had married someone and then you found out some stuff while you're married, would you be like, oh, this is not like after getting to know them, after they're confided, same thing?
I think that it would be the same thing. I would still feel a certain type of way. The only difference would be is that we're now under a covenant, and now I could war in the spirit for him as a wife versus as a friend. And also the vetting process with
Be
someone that
different,
I'm going to
yeah.
marry is going to be definitely different. So, you know, you kind of invest a little bit more, and I have very very good discernment. So, I don't play like that.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice, nice. How do y'all feel about dating your friends?
When that's like if they're friends and I didn't see them in a, I think it would be easier if they're friend and I didn't see them in the lights, and then and then the switch got flipped or something. I don't know if I can, like if you see them in that light, I don't know if I can truly not ever see them in that light. I think they'll still just be maybe 1% still there because men, right? So, but that's liking someone and then trying to be friends with them. I think that even if it goes away, there'll still be a 1% thing there. So I could even make it okay. This person's a friend. Nothing's gonna ever happen or whatever, but there'll still be something there because I first saw them in that light. So even if we friends, there'll still be a little bit of something there. Now, if I never saw them in that light, and then if I never saw them in that light, I don't know. I think that's more likely. I think I prefer that way, if that makes sense. Because if I never saw them that way, and then all of a sudden, people being around each other, like you can start to like someone, especially if the opposite gender. But advocate for men and women can be friends. Like can actually be friends. I have a really good best friend, and she's a lady. We never she's married. Calm down. We never liked each other that way. We had a discussion one day before she got married. She thought I liked her, and I thought she liked me. So we're always trying to do things. I know we're always trying to do things to not like. I never wanted to do anything to make her like me more, and she never wanted to do anything to like. And I was like, how did we miss this? Like, how did we not pick up on that? Like I think you like me, but it's actually false, and she thought that I liked her. So we ended up laughing it off. But men and women can be friends. It is probably tougher. You just gotta find it. But
I don't think Crystal agrees with you.
Huh?
So I don't think Crystal agrees.
I was just about to say. I mean, I do think that men and women can be friends if there's kind of no attraction there like that. My question back to you guys would be, how does a person that is attracted to you and your fruits and with who you are as a person guard their heart against realizing that it's not going to be anything more than just a friendship?
So how do you deal with the rejection of it all, in a sense?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I think for going for a friend is a risk, right? Because they're already close, but it kind of is a double entendre, because in a sense, you want the person you marry to be a friend, right?
Yeah.
Before you want them to be your friend. You want them to be someone you can confide in and everything like that, right? But I think when you're going for someone because you want to be with this person or you want to see where this can go with someone, I don't know. I think you just operate different, right? But I'm one to where it's if it really came to it, I would go for a friend, right? But I would make it in such a way that I understand we were friends, but as time went on, the attraction grew and stuff like that. If that person doesn't reciprocate, or if they're not initially giving me the response I would want per se, you have to test it. You have to take it and be like, okay, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you as a person and whatnot. And obviously sometimes people deal with rejection differently. It's just that person may not see you in that light. And honestly, even them seeing you in that light in that moment could change. Down the line, if maybe a couple months later or a year later, I'm not saying that's definitely the case, they could easily be I actually didn't see it, but then giving it time, they actually did grow to like someone and something like that, right? So I don't think all rejection is rejection. I think rejection could be misdirection. I mean, not misdirection, redirection. So So I think but in the grand scheme of things, you have to be able to take it and understand that that doesn't mean that you're not worthy of being loved or being, chosen. It's just this person wasn't the person for that, either in that moment or at all.
Yeah,
You have to
and
be
and
okay
don't
with
try
that.
to make things like don't allow it to get awkward either. Because it can
Yeah.
get to
Yeah.
that. So don't all of a sudden you were friends with them. Maybe you made a move. It didn't work. All of a sudden now you just
Yeah, I think it's also I think it also depends on how you go about opening up that conversation with that person.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Don't
gonna
go
ask.
and be like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, I've always really liked you. I just never had the courage to speak. I don't know. It's just like
Yeah.
crazy because if you just tell her like, yeah, I really like you, and let's
whatever
make
you
this
do,
happen.
don't
Like,
talk quickly. Yeah, that doesn't help
Yeah,
either.
like, it's
Like
not
you're
gonna work.
nervous. Like hey,
it comes off as ultra desperate. You're probably not gonna get the response you
Yeah.
want.
Right,
I think if it's with a friend and whatnot, I think it's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, let's find a way for you guys to be somewhere together. Like, go to dinner, go do something.
Yeah.
But I think also a conversation needs to be had
Yeah.
about like the
could
situation.
even be a group setting because again you try to just asking out of the blue, hey, let's go watch what's in Superman,
Yeah,
and then she'll be
something.
like, okay, who's all gonna be there? And then all of a sudden you're like, no, just
That
the
has
two of
happened
us.
to me. I will say
just
that has happened
just
to
the
me.
two of us. You're like,
Just the two of
Why did
us.
that still come in my head?
We can make it if we try.
right.
Just
So
the two
so
of us.
group settings could be nice. Hey, a group of us were going. Was wondering if you wanted to, and then and then she'll be like, yeah, of course, yeah, because again, friends that group setting, so it makes it a little easier.
I also think how you move, somebody can tell. Like, you can read body language. Like
Yeah.
if somebody wants to be close to you, if someone is making more jokes towards you and stuff like that, like
Right.
you'll
They want you to laugh at their jokes.
Okay, I think that might be a little bit tricky because there's some people who show through body language that they might want something more, but then they say they don't want something.
yeah, and playing hard to get. They'll all come around.
Playing hard to we're playing games. I heard someone in college say this is like, hey, ladies play hard to get, guys play hard to keep. And I was like, why are we I was like, dang, that's
That's an interesting.
why are we
topic.
playing? I mean, but I was like, but at the end of the day, both sides are playing games. Just
I mean, like Gina said, things can be perceived a certain way. Like if a person has a naturally flirty energy, a man can perceive like, oh, she want me, and the girl's like,
she wants. She
not,
wants.
not really. you know? So
Yeah. No, and I think another thing is like, how do you navigate that conversation, especially when, for example, or most of the time it's the girl who probably has the feelings or sees the guy as
Think so?
Huh?
You think so?
I don't think so.
I feel like
I
it might
think
be like
more- I think it's the other way around. Like most of the time, guys who want to be your friend are low key feeling you, and they're just using the friendship to
As a-
kind of
Just a
get to
slide
know
into
you type
real
of
life.
thing,
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I think I've seen it more on the guy being the one who's like, dang, like I never really saw her like this, but
So then how do you as men, if you find yourself in that situation, if you find yourself in that situation, how would you have that conversation with her? Like how
If I
would you?
find myself in a situation where a friend and then I'm starting to like her a little bit more,
speak from experience.
it depends, right? And the type of person, the context. Again, church setting, and she's,
It doesn't have to be.
I was
I don't.
gonna say,
I don't
have
think.
you only dated girls
I
in
don't
the
think. I don't
church?
think. I don't want to.
I've never dated a girl outside the church. Yeah.
Well, that's
so-
what I'm saying. I don't want us
Yeah,
to think
so-
that this is the only way it
But
happens.
let's say
it can
you
happen
know,
anywhere.
Yeah, you're right. I could be, at the mall and it's like a Hispanic, Latina steps up or whatever. Like, hey, I remember you, your friend, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh wow, I think she's kind of cute. In that setting, I think I would just, like we haven't seen each other in a while. It makes sense there. It wouldn't be like, hey, let's resume our friendship. It just sounds.
It sounds very.
I
odd.
wouldn't want to be that guy. Like so But as for having the conversation, trying to get her to, well, for one, if she has a boyfriend, that's a non-starter. Like
Well,
that's
duh, she doesn't have a boyfriend. She's single.
Look,
Okay,
hot
wait,
take.
listen.
Don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband.
Honestly.
And don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Unless that
hilarious.
person is.
Right, yeah,
You know,
of course,
then
yeah. I think conversation, like if I can get her to laugh, if I can't get her to laugh, I don't think I should try to flip a friend into a girlfriend. Like it's easier with humor. A lot of things are a little bit easier with humor. So if I can get her to laugh, like not like the ha 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 ha, like the deep, the one that comes from the gut, like the one that
With the snort.
right that maybe they're what's that sound that you make when
The
you
snort.
the the
When you
snort,
try
but
to
not-
breathe and laugh at the same
yes
time.
yes
Yeah.
if you get one of those and then she feels, oh, I'm embarrassed, like, awesome, hey, are you hungry, are you like, let's grab a bite, let's get some. It does not have to be this majestic announcements, right? It could be just, hey, you're hungry, I'm hungry, we've just had a long day, you just had a long day, hey, you know what, why don't you come, let's go over here to this place, sit back, relax, whatever, and let's just talk. We haven't caught up in a while. I mean, yeah, 1,000 ways it could go, and then you can again, based on what you're getting, start inching a little bit more towards, hey, I don't know, this might seem, no, I don't want to say it.
This is not
Fine,
the.
say it.
This is not the movies.
No, but point is, it depending on who you are, depending on how they are, you don't have to make it,
He gonna
Oh.
be like, I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but do you feel what we have going on?
Do you feel the spark?
Do you feel the spark? Like,
Spark, hey,
LOL.
Spark podcast.
But
yeah, you again, if you feel something, just keep going. But if you're like, I don't know, and sometimes, listen, just do the bold thing, just bold move. I'm not always a fan of that because it's like, it's so
high risk.
not just high risk, but also high reward. So I'm not really into that. So it's almost like it's almost like you're just, hey, let's stop everything that's happening right now. Let's deal with this. It's so
Yeah.
so number one priority. Nothing else matters. Let's deal with that. I'm like, it's not that serious. But but again, high risk, high reward.
I feel like with a friend, you would have to you have to definitely apply more like patience to
Wisdom too.
and wisdom for sure. Because with someone that you're getting to know, like who's new to you and whatnot, like you already have that natural getting to know phase and building something. But then with someone that you've already known for X amount of years or whatever, it's like you kind of know this, especially if you guys were close, right? You kind of already know this person to a certain extent, and you now have to slow things down and then slowly just start peeling back layers that you may not have known, or go back to certain early stages and get to know this person on a deeper level now. You know what I'm saying? Because with the friend, you could say it both ways, like, oh, well, we already know each other, cool, we can just start dating and whatnot. But you knew that person solely as a friend. You didn't necessarily know them, what they were somewhat like in their relationships and, stuff like that. So I think with a friend, I think the conversation needs to be had. I think it needs to be a candid conversation, but it needs to be something that wisdom and patience is applied to.
Yeah, and before you even bring up the whole thing to her, bring her up to God.
Yeah.
Like, God could literally just be like,
It's not gonna
nah.
work. No.
Or God could be quiet to see what you do. Almost like it's almost like He wants you to wait on Him, but you are, hey, I think I need to talk to her this weekend. It has to be
Yeah.
today. I haven't seen her in 2 weeks. I don't know when I'll see her again. Type thing, and you play with yourself or play yourself into. So yeah, it's
You never really know though, because what if you really don't see that person? That was your only weekend to make your move.
I don't think it's gonna be that serious, but
If it is,
you should be more. You should just be friendly, and you tend to have more friends. A friend, you tend to have more friends, and
from
yeah.
there.
I mean, who are their friends? See,
Probably same friends as you.
not always
necessarily.
necessarily, but yeah, that's always a good one. But again, you can find out, does she have sisters, family at least in town who can maybe family have seen you around. Maybe her family have even suggested, hey, why don't you guys? And you're like, hey, stop that. And then in the back of your mind, you're like,
No, but like, don't
low-key.
stop. But like, stop.
Yeah. So again, it can be done many different ways. There's not like a right formula. You know, it could be maybe you're on a dating app, you know, whatever, and you know, you're swiping, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, then you know you swipe for them. You know, or maybe I don't know, but yeah, pray. Maybe I had this idea for a dating app. I don't think it's gonna work, but like you
All right,
know, the
wait,
profile.
look, are you still gonna make it? Because somebody could take it and run with your idea.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, a lot of the ideas I just give it out there. If it's done, awesome. I want the thing to be done. So you take the picture of the profile of the person and you show up to like your dog. If it growls, it's a no. But if you like, maybe your dog or your pet is like really, then you're like, okay, hey, swipe.
And
Which
if you
one is
don't
the
have
good
a
one?
pet,
What if you don't have a pet? Ooh. See that's a.
What do you? So, what would you call that app?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's insane.
Pet over pests.
What?
Pets
So if
over
they don't like them,
pests.
they're a pest.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you
Don't
should
put me
make
under
that app.
pressure for that. Yeah, I just have the app idea. You can name it. Anybody?
Fair. Last thing, you said something about being funny and whatnot. So for the ladies, because typically you're the ones that are being sought. Am I wrong?
Who's the prize?
Both parties are the prize.
Thank you.
I would say. Am I wrong for saying that?
No.
I
Okay,
agree.
fair. So, let's say there's a guy who's trying to get at you and whatnot, but you're not necessarily sold. How much of a factor does humor play? Can humor be the defining line of this person gets a yes, this person gets a no?
Yes.
Yeah?
really?
Elaborate.
In the last episode,
Of Dragon Ball Z.
I went into small details about how somebody won me over with just laughter alone, and I wasn't initially attracted to that person. And man,
I mean, you say you hated every moment of it.
I mean, once I realized why I never liked him in the first place. But eventually he got a yes from me just by,
Being funny.
being funny. And they say laughter is good for the soul, right?
Yes.
Good medicine.
I think laughter should make up, joy and laughter should make up most of your relationship. It shouldn't be tears and trauma, right? So I think being funny is very important and somebody that you can relate to and, have a similar sense of humor with. So I think it's important.
I think for me, it depends on the type of humor the person has. If it's dry humor, like, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, "What are you doing?"
You don't like dark humor?
You said dry.
Yeah.
Oh, dry. Oh, like I see.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna look at you like, "What are you doing?" If it's like funny, where like you can get the room going, or like we have our own then sure.
The room. What if he can get you laughing, but not the room? Is that sufficient?
Oh no, if he can get me laughing, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just as long as it's not like I'm gonna be like, "Huh?" or like I don't understand the joke.
the
I'm
context and stuff.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So is dark humor okay?
Dark humor. If you get the darkness or the
If I
dark
get
humor,
it,
yeah.
sure.
So then that means that. So that's not fair because if you don't get it, that doesn't mean the joke isn't funny. It just means your problem is bigger than
Well,
his
then
talent.
that's why we're not gonna fit, and that's why he's not getting a thumbs up. So.
That's hilarious. I've always thought that humor can make, if you can get her to laugh, truly laugh, you can get her to rock with you. So, yeah. Yeah. And then the last thing I'll say is I heard this quote. I heard this quote.
Hey,
The quote
said.
the quote said,
Don't say it.
no, it's kosher. Don't worry.
Okay,
It's fine.
it's
It's fine.
kosher.
The quote said, I'm trying to not mess it up. The quote said, we didn't stop laughing because we grew old. We grew old because we stopped laughing. Like
Like
it's like a like growing old together. So yeah, so humor is big, very very
So
big.
is that giving a negative connotation to growing old?
No, I think it's more of like
when
When-
things are too serious.
yeah, when it's too serious, like humor is the best medicine. So
Yeah.
like so a lot of things actually, not like you should sweep things under the rug, but a lot of things could be
Cured.
could be
Yeah.
cured if both sides just kind of like there's a humor in just about everything if you're willing to see it. So
Most definitely.
yeah, so if both parties, again, this is in a relationship, long-term relationship, so y'all, if you see couples, well into their age, and they're still able to not take it seriously, still able to laugh, still able to maybe make self-deprecating jokes, or see the humor in something where if they were when they were younger, they were like, oh, you should have seen when I was in my 20s, I would have absolutely gone haywire, but now it's like
I mean, I will say this is I guess the last point I would like to make up on that topic is that there is a difference between being funny and just being like goofy and silly. That kind of thing is maybe not as attractive, is kind of off-putting versus somebody who's, who gets you get them and they get you, and even small things could be funny just for you two versus like, I don't know, I'm just gonna say it. Kevin Hart is not funny to me. So I mean,
That's not the first time I've heard that.
yeah,
from-
he's not funny
Yeah,
to
he's
me.
not funny.
Yeah, so I don't.
I think his older stuff, was his. Usually, I always make this joke when someone has reached a certain level of like fame and whatnot. When rent isn't due anymore, they don't try as hard.
yeah,
So like,
yeah.
I always say people like Wizkid and certain artists, right? They don't try no more because
Yeah, you hear a song, you're like, this song I don't
you
think
know what I'm
is
saying?
dope,
Like,
but,
y'all,
but because
rent-
it's the artist that's to
what
it,
I
yeah.
say is, rent isn't due. They don't care anymore. Like they got the bread now.
Yep.
Like it doesn't really do. But I get your sentiment.
Yeah.
That's not the first time. Now, I don't think silly goofy should always get a bad rap. Because sometimes that's just their personality, and like you said, like someone who doesn't take themselves too serious, like they have to have a certain level of like goofiness or like silliness to them, so that they don't take themselves too serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I think when you have that, but you have it in balance, things work out.
Yeah.
You can balance the playful side with the serious side, I guess.
Yeah.
You're at an even keel.
There's some serious situations that calls for seriousness. So, and again, you sprinkle humor in a very serious situation. It could, in the right place, it could just literally just kind of quote unquote break the ice for everyone. So you do need discernment to know when it's appropriate.
Oh, I always say like, whoever I'm with, like, I'm gonna tease you. Like, I probably won't ever stop doing that. Why? It just it's fun.
Yeah.
But I also know how to do it within reason. Like, if the
Yeah.
person's having a bad day, it's
Yeah.
not.
You wouldn't use something that they used, like they shared vulnerable moment.
No,
It's
it'd
like,
be
Ha
yeah.
ha ha! That's why your cat died. Like, no, that's not funny.
Jeez.
No, my favorite one is tell people like they have hotel lotion on their feet. Like when they feet are real ashy, like well, it's
Oh.
not. Mind you, it doesn't even have to be really
Hotel
ashy.
lotion.
Because hotel lotion is usually like known to be really like watery. Like it doesn't hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say.
Jeez,
I would
didn't
say
know
something
that.
like that. Without, they wouldn't focus on what I'm making fun of. They would focus on how I went about
How you-
making
yeah.
fun about it.
Like,
But
don't
if I know
rub,
it's something
rub your
that's-
feet together, start a fire.
Anyways, that's crazy. I've heard that one before, but I've never actually like deeped it. That's kind of crazy. We're gonna play a quick game that I kind of found on chat. It was called This or That. Played it with some other people. It was really cool. So, spontaneous adventures or planned dates?
Spontaneous adventures for me.
Plan dates.
Probably spontaneous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why planned dates for you?
I don't know. I just I'm a planner. Like I like things planned.
Okay.
I'm open to some spontaneity,
Spontaneity. Yeah.
hmm
but planned.
Planned. All right. Where is it? Morning cuddles or late night talks?
Morning.
Cuddles.
Late night talks.
Yeah, late night talk.
For me, only because morning cuddles, like when I hear morning cuddles, I'm thinking, okay, like before we go to work or something like that.
Yeah, I
like,
gotta
there's
get up and go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this. All right, now, like dang,
I
like
see.
the good times.
No, but the right late night talks could lead into the morning cuddles.
That
I
part.
mean,
I don't know,
yes,
I feel
but like you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
It feels very rushed, right? Like morning.
yeah.
That's
It
what
doesn't
kinda
have
makes
to
it.
be
No,
rushed.
but
Unless
that's
it's
what
a
makes
Saturday.
it. That's what
It
makes it
doesn't
like.
have to be rushed.
That's what makes it like not sacred, but that's what makes it like because you know it's for this short time. Someone's gonna have to get up to go to work, and then someone's gonna try to convince someone, "Hey, you can go late," and then someone speaking
I
from
don't know.
That,
The late
but
night
also like
talks
it'll
seem a
get me
little-
through the day.
Late night talks just seem a little bit more intimate to me. You know.
than a cuddle in the
yeah,
morning.
because it's more, I guess,
Kind of
Depth,
downloading
yeah,
your
like depth,
day.
yeah.
Okay.
More has happened
I see.
before late night
Okay.
talk
It's
than
probably the cuddle is probably more physical intimacy, and the other one's more emotional
yeah,
intimacy.
yeah.
Okay,
So
I
what
like
happens
that.
if both of you, one person works night shift and the other person works day shift?
Then y'all probably gonna be
Lunchtime.
talking during lunchtime cuddles. Let's go.
Matching outfits or surprise gifts.
Surprise gifts.
Surprise gift.
Matching outfit.
I knew you were going to say matching outfits.
matching outfit. I heard South Korea did some couples do that where they match outfits. It's kind of cool actually.
Okay, TV show marathon or movie marathon?
Movie marathon.
Maybe TV
TV.
show. Yeah.
TV. I don't want TV because some of them have like 22 episodes and you can skip like you see the first episode, skip the next 10, watch one, skip maybe
You
another.
skipped a lot.
No, but if 22 in a season, you're gonna have a bunch of fillers. The first 3 and the last 3 will probably have the most impactful towards the story, or just keep it at 10 episodes. But that's why I want to go movies
Just
because
watch
2
a
hours.
movie.
Yeah,
Just watch a
2
movie.
right, 2 hours.
Oh, well, you
Everything
gotta
is
explain
wrapped
to
up. Everything is wrapped up in
Just
2
watch a
hours. Versus a
movie.
TV show, that's like 18 hours or something.
Okay, love letters or silly memes?
Letters.
Letters.
No, I like writing love letters.
Really?
I do handwritten.
You're
oh, man.
really a lover boy.
I'm a lover and a fighter. I'm a warrior.
Whoa,
I'm a warrior
whoa,
poet.
Whoa, whoa. All right, last one. And this one sparked a lot of conversation, but road trips or taking a trip, like a plane together?
Flight me, please.
Road trip.
Road trip, yeah. The scenic.
Flight. What is wrong
I like to
with
drive.
you?
The
Flight
scenic.
all day
No,
long.
just flight.
Road
Yeah.
Get me
trip.
out of here now.
It's too cold on the plane. There's other people.
The
There's a movie
jackets.
I probably want to watch. No, it wouldn't be fair.
I
You
like to-
can't. You're gonna watch the movie in the car?
No, that's what I'm saying. In the car, I don't have the option to be distracted by a screen. In the plane, I'll probably like there's a list of movies. Oh, I haven't seen this. I want to see this. Hey,
So
baby,
then
you want
watch
to see
the
this?
movie.
Yeah, I'll watch it, but I don't want to use the plane for that.
So what do you want to use the plane for?
To go from point A to point B using the air.
I
You
like
are-
to hurry up and get to the destination.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's
like
that.
I feel
But
like
road
a
trips, yeah.
road trip, yeah, they can be cool, but like from the aspect of the person who would be doing the driving, I want to be
Okay.
on a plane and let me
Yeah.
lean back.
I can stop somewhere. We can
Yes.
take pictures. Do hey,
you
remember
can
this?
take pictures in the plane.
Bruh, you
Kinda
do-
odd.
oh,
Take
okay.
pictures
Like
in
if
the
we're sitting by the window
destination.
seats and
Take
through
pictures
the
in the destination, exactly.
Yes.
no, the road trip. It's more. I don't know. I think that's more
road
intimate.
tripping in Texas is very mundane. It's
Oh my gosh.
it's so
just
flat.
That's
miles
why
and
you drive
miles
out of Texas.
nothing.
That'll be. the
I
thing.
drove from here to Nashville or to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Oh, I saw mountains. I said, "This is a road trip."
Yeah.
Even just driving in LA, you see different scenery. I said, "Okay, this I could do."
Texas.
Texas, flat,
Yeah. well,
dry, no type of.
Well, I guess when you drive west, there's a little bit of.
You know what's a really beautiful scenery? Talking about driving, what end? Arizona. Driving through the
Yes.
canyon. Oh,
Yes. Yeah. It's humbling. Like you see all the stuff that's out there. It's very humbling.
I said, God, now you do
realize,
this one?
yeah, you realize just how small you are in the really the grand scheme. Well, in the Grand Canyon, but in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, that was lame. That was a terrible joke.
I have a more grander
And
joke
we're
if
gonna
you
end
want.
on
Okay.
that note. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not ending on a grand note. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please make sure to get this wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe, like, share. What else should they do?
comment.
You've
Comment.
done this
Yeah.
before. Comments. And we will see you guys in the next one.